Yes, people, how's it going? Welcome back to Lily White Lane. Well, what a stupid question. I know exactly how's it going if you're a Spurs fan, and that's shit. That is shit because it feels like this is never going to end. It genuinely feels like this is never going to end. This endless stream of shit from Tottenham Hotspur, week in, week out, and it won't end until these owners go. It genuinely won't. And I don't understand anyone who believes that these owners care about the football club. I genuinely don't. It's all about profit for them. It's all about the money they can gain. That's why top four's a big deal for them. It's not because they want the big nights at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's not because they want to win the Champions League. It's all about the profit they make off qualifying for it. And we've seen that with the announcements of concerts and F1 tracks. They're trying to turn us into an entertainment company, not a football club. That's what it's all about, the profit that they can make. The fact that they can come into Spurs and leave making, 100 times what they came in with. And from a business perspective, it's genius. Daniel Levy is a genius from a business perspective because he's come in, put a small investment in the football club, taken ownership, and ENIC have taken ownership of this football club. And look how much money they've made out of it. Look at how much money they have made out of this football club. It's genius from a business perspective. But whilst they're running Tottenham as a business fantastically, they're running us as a football club into the ground. That's why it's so painful for me and you and Spurs fans alike to witness the downfall of our club, all because of more profit for this bold mini-me lookalike cretin of a chairman. They genuinely don't care about the football. I don't believe Levy's a Spurs fan. He doesn't remember his first game. He says, my granddad took me to Villa, but my uncle took me to Leeds. Which one was it, mate? Which one was your first Spurs game? You're not a Spurs fan. You don't care about this football club. It's all a statistics game for you. It's all about the money and profit that goes into your big fat wallet. And until more people wake up to the fact that they are the issue, nothing will change. What's the common denominator with every issue? The players are terrible. Who brought in these terrible players with a bad mentality? Who created the bad mentality in the first place at the club? ENIC and Levy. Who spent a combined 100 million on that pigeon twat Richarlison and that Colombian moron Davinson Sanchez? ENIC and Levy. Who's a bad judge of character and decided to appoint a convicted criminal as a sporting director? ENIC and Levy. Who brought in an assistant coach as the head coach for the last 10 games as a smokescreen to cover up yet again that two successful managers who have been successful everywhere they went have failed at Spurs? Why? Why have those two managers who have been successful everywhere they've been failed at one club, and that's Tottenham Hotspur? Jose moved on to Roma, won the Europa Conference League and is doing a great job there, and I assure you that Conte will do the exact same when he goes to a team such as Juve and Inter Milan next season. I assure you that. The managers have never been the issue. 15 managers under these same owners. 15! And not one has been successful. Yet you still get idiots going, ENIC and Levy back managers. No, they don't. How can they possibly back managers if 15 winners haven't been successful at Tottenham Hotspur? And the amount of bad calls under these owners to sack Conte, to sack Jose, Martin Jol at half time. It makes me sick what my football club's become, or what I've witnessed my football club. I speak to my granddad sometimes, who's been a Spurs fan since the 60s, and he talks about the double winning team. He talks about the European trophies in the 80s. He talks about legends such as Gary Mabbott, who I'll see next weekend at that charity game. It will be great to actually avoid watching Spurs for a day. But legends such as Gary Mabbott, legends such as Ledley King, legends such as Gazza, legends such as Blanchflower, legends, such as Greaves, Bill Nicholson. And I'm jealous. I'm jealous that he's witnessed this success. I'm jealous that he's witnessed this kind of Spurs. Whilst the only Spurs I've witnessed is Spuds. The nickname we've been given for not winning trophies, for winning one trophy or two League Cups since 1991. 2 League Cups. Back then we were a big club. Watch the decline of Tottenham Hotspur and watch the money in Daniel Levy's bank account go up and up and up. They are the main issue at Spurs. Every issue at Spurs leads back to them as the common denominator, and it baffles me how people still don't realise that. It really does. It really does. Levy talks about Tottenham DNA being attacking football. Tottenham DNA isn't attacking football. Tottenham DNA is winning in style. Not playing attacking football and getting battered 5 or 6-0. Or losing to relegation candidates such as Bournemouth. And whilst today's down to the players, and whilst today's down to the assistant coach, who's the reason that those players and assistant coach are here? Daniel Levy and Enoch. And I wanted to start this video off by talking about that. Let's talk about the on-the-pitch stuff now. It was a shambles. I want to start it off by saying free Danjuma. Genuinely. We saw today the guy made a difference when he came on as well. If Richarlison, and don't worry, we'll get to that pigeon prat in a minute. But, you know, Richarlison nearly scored that header. He got us into a position where we could have won that game by scoring that late equaliser. And I thought it would have been the equaliser that at least got us a point out of this game, which still wasn't good enough, but we came away with nothing. And look, the guy's an incredible talent, and I still don't understand how he doesn't start. Over Kulusevski, who, let's not beat around the bush, we like the guy, we like his work ethic, but this season moves like a truck, and this season has been pathetic. Son, who's improved the last couple of weeks, but does that make up for everything that's happened this season? Does it bollocks? Danjuma should be starting. Should be starting next weekend. Next weekend, we got Newcastle away. They lost 3-0 today, but I guarantee they will batter us. Batter us next weekend. Genuinely, they will. It's at St James's Park anyway, but look. Danjuma. Free Danjuma. Let's move on to the issues of this football club. Richarlison. Fans had their pants down for this guy when he first joined Spurs. Why? 60 million wasted on the Everton and Watford rejects. He's pathetic. 5 yards out. And heads the ball wide. You're 5 yards out, mate. All he has to do is head it in front of him or get a flick on and it goes into the back of the net. But no, this absolute clown heads it wide. I think when he saw the 60 million offer, he thought he was going to perform at a circus. Not at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Genuinely, so bad. And defenders. Eric Dyer again, pathetic. I should be booing him as much as Davinson Sanchez, but fans as well on Twitter who go, oh, don't boo Davinson Sanchez. Oh, the guy's got that man's got a family, damn it. But that guy has a family, and you know, how would you feel? Oh, Sanchez is upset. Let's all be sympathetic towards Sanchez. Fuck off. Be sympathetic towards Sanchez. Why isn't he sympathetic to us? Actually show some effort. It's not the fact the guy makes mistakes, it's the fact he shows zero effort that makes me and most fans furious. Furious about the way he plays. It's the lack of effort, it's the lack in that second goal of willing to chase the ball back down. That's the bit that gets me, not the mistake where he loses it beforehand and falls flat on his face yet again, just like he did a couple of years ago when we lost 3-0 to Manchester City. It's the effort that's lacking. Yeah, he's crying. Oh, he cries for a couple of minutes, right? And do you know what it'll do? It'll get his nice luxury coach later or cab back to his mansion, watch a film and go to bed happy as Larry, whilst us Spurs fans are left to pick up the pieces, distraught at the crisis at our football club right now. I keep saying it, if this was a FIFA career mode, I'd simulate the end of the season. And although a lot might not change next season, getting a new manager, be in the Europa League, hopefully I made a video about that in the week, and just start fresh, because this season's just, we've taken 3 points out of 6 between Brighton and Bournemouth when we needed 6 out of 6. Or when you look at it in a way, you know, taken 4 points out of 12 with Everton, Brighton and Bournemouth. Now we've got to play Newcastle away, which is a whole different kettle of fish to at home. Man United at home and Liverpool away. We will lose all three of those games. All 3 of those games we will lose. I can almost guarantee it. And watch us find ourselves 6th. The position in the table right now, even though it's not brilliant, it's still papering over the cracks. Watch what happens the next few weeks. Genuinely, what's the point in supporting this club? Please, someone tell me. Someone tell me. I just feel physically sick, man. I fucking hate this. Look, I'm going to go, man. I'm going to go. Honestly, ruining weekend after weekend, man. It just hurts. It just hurts. Week after week, the endless pain, man, that these fucking players give me and most Spurs fans. I'm glad I'm not watching Spurs Newcastle next weekend. I really am. Look, I'll still try and get a match reaction up later in the evening. I'll take the game. It's just painful, man. It's really painful. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. All the best. God bless. You guys are amazing. Please get the channel up to 1K just like you did with Twitter.